Okay, guys, here we go. So, in order to start using MyFitnessPal, you need to go to your app store. So, we're going to go onto the app store here, and we are going to. Oh, I'm connected to the Wi Fi. The device that I'm on is not a. Doesn't have any data to it, it's just a device. So, you guys see that. You know, I put 3 letters in and immediately, boom, MyFitnessPal. So we're going to go ahead and install. And give it a second here. Don't fall for it. Okay, so here we go. Now we can open the app. And you got a couple different ways that you can do this, right? So you can either sign up or you can log in. So, I'm more inclined to sign up because it's not going to give me any of the stuff that I already have on my account. So it'll give you kind of more of an understanding of what you're looking at when you log your food, if you're new to this app. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and sign up with email. And I'm going to say that my goal right now is to maintain weight. All right. Now, how active are you? Now, this is where a lot of people will get messed up, okay? If you sit at a desk all day long and then you have an hour-long commute on either end of that, but you work out every day, guess what? You're probably lightly active, right? So let's make sure that we don't overestimate calories. If your goal is to lose weight, and you end up overestimating your calories and you say, I'm active or I'm very active, then what ends up happening is that the program is going to recommend too many calories for you. And then you're not going to lose the weight because you're eating too much. So it's important that, at least in the very beginning, you start off with a more conservative outlook on this stuff. We can always change it later. So if you realize that you're losing weight too fast and you're not, and you're hungry all the time, then we can always come back in and change this. So I train people for a living. I'm going to put lightly active. And then you put all of this good stuff, right? So male, get to put in my birthday. Oh, goodness. 1980. And then December 2nd. I was born on a Tuesday. Oh, wait. No, I should say that the right way. I was born on a Tuesday. All right. Location. This is actually a little bit more difficult than you guys might think because I'm actually trying to type all this stuff in through the camera on my other device. All right, and then we come up here, we hit next. Height. I'm a giant, guys. 5'7". Set. My current weight. I weighed myself yesterday, and I was 148 pounds. And I want to, a lot of you guys have seen all the other videos that I've done on Instagram and the pictures. So that's a good segue into, make sure you actually know what your goal is. Because many of you guys think that you want to gain a bunch of weight when in actuality, really you need to just cut. So, anyway, that's a topic for a whole nother segment. Ooh. So we're going to go services at Unbroken SD.com. I am going to actually be taking away the password, so we're going to actually, let's just do this. Let's just go hello 1 2 3 exclamation point. Create a username. Unbroken. Fitness Solutions. There we go. Sign up. Oh, would you look at that? Username is not available. How about we do this? Easy peasy. Unbroken Fitness Solutions. FS. Okay. So, wow. This tells me that my daily calorie goal is 1,500 calories. Now, I would recommend that each and every one of you guys go online, cross-reference this. And this actually is, it's really low for me to maintain my weight at 5'7", at 148 pounds as a male, even if I'm lightly active. So this makes me question whether I accidentally put in male, or maybe I bumped female. I'm going to turn off all these notifications. Let's try this. So, listen guys, I'll be honest with you, I've never, ever, ever used the premium edition, so I wouldn't even know the benefits of upgrading. But I will tell you this, there is so much value to getting just the base program, and there's no ads, so you don't have to really worry about that. So just go with the base version. Make sure you like it. If you want to spend the extra money, that's fine. But the base version alone is going to give you all the information that you need. So we're just going to back out of that. Okay. So what is the last meal that you ate? Now you guys notice that it says breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. So let's just go breakfast. I don't think it's going to let me bypass that. So what did I eat? For breakfast, I had large eggs. Okay. So, egg boiled, large eggs. The green check mark ones, you can actually pop in here and say those are the only ones that I want, right? So, those are verified. Right? There's going to be other ones in here that are not verified. So you want to be as accurate as you possibly can. So I'm going to pop in here. I'm going to go large eggs. Now you have to pick the serving size. So this says 1 each serving size. So I can change the portion size usually, right? With eggs, you can't, right? So you're going to have 1 egg. And then it's going to ask you the number of servings. So how many eggs did I have? I had 6 eggs. There we go. All right. Then I'm going to hit my check mark up here. Nicely done. See how it's going to give you all of these prompts. Oh, that's amazing. Would you look at that? So now my goal is 2,160, which is more correct. I don't know where that 1,500 calorie target came from earlier. So this makes sense to me. All right. We're going to hit OK, I'm done. All right. Now, I have to log in the rest of my food. But here's the deal, right? I don't like to just have, I don't want all my snacks lumped in to one, right? So what I'm going to do is, sorry, I lied, there are ads, is I'm going to go up here. This is where all our settings are. The apples are just a little bit different, but all the same options are there. Okay, and I'm going to go to goals. Now, I can have a custom calorie, carb, protein, and fat goal, right? So 50% carbohydrates is way too much for me, so I'm going to change that to 30% carbs. That's the maximum amount of carbs that I want to let myself have. And that's specific to my goals, right? So if you guys don't know what your goals are or where you should be in relation to your goals, then feel free to drop me a line, hit a DM, or you can even text me, or email me at services@unbrokensd.com. So my protein, I'm going to bump that up to 35, and my fat, I'm going to bump up to 35. Now that I'm at 100% down here, I'm going to check that. And then you can even do, you can set daily goals. It's got the lock there because that's a premium feature. So if you're one of those people that likes to do carb cycling or likes to have a really high calorie day, or a refeed day, after a hard training day, right? Those are different options that you can get with the premium feature. Okay, so we're gonna go back here. Now, let's see. I can also set fitness goals, minutes working out every day, minutes working out every week. So you can set those if you'd like. You can change your weekly goal here, right? So if I change my weekly goal, let's say I want to gain weight instead, or lose weight, then it's going to reset all my macronutrient ratios and all that kind of stuff. So just make sure that you're cognizant of that when you're changing things in your profile. It'll reset all of the customizations that you've done. So I'm going to go down. Okay, I'm going to go to, let's see. Let's go to settings. And then we're going to go to diary settings. Now, I want to customize my meal names. See, I don't like breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. I'm going to do breakfast, select all, and delete. And we're going to turn this into an AM snack. All right, this one is going to be my lunch. This one is going to be my PM snack. This one's going to be my dinner. And this one is going to be my late snack. Check. Cool. And now here is where, if you're a client of mine, you're going to need to go into diary sharing. And you want to make your diary either shareable to friends, or you could just make it public. Because let's be real, you're not, there's nothing super secret about what we're doing here. You're just trying to eat better. And, to be honest, if you're in a community of people that can see what you're eating, and there's groups that you can get into on this app too, people that can follow you, just like any social media platform, and they can kind of hold you accountable. Or you can inspire people, right? You can use your journey to help inspire others who are struggling on their journey with health and fitness. So if you make your diary sharing public, that's good for you. I congratulate you. You're not going to see anybody on here. Like, I've logged beer, I've logged pretzels, I've logged candies and just all kinds of stuff, because I want to be accountable to myself. Nobody's going to razz you. You're not going to get any haters on this app. Okay? Anyway, so let's come back. Okay. So now that we've got some customizations going on here, right, we are going to go to our diary. Now, you guys can see that I logged my 1 large egg. So there's that. But I also had some bread. I had 2 slices of bread. So it's trying to still give me tutorials, and it'll do that for you. So history, done. Okay. So right now, because this is a brand new program, there are no recipes, there are no meals, there's no foods, there's nothing in here, right? The only thing in here is the 1 large egg that I have logged. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to use that barcode scanner, and I'm gonna grab my package of bread. Okay, so here's what we've got. Now you guys will see, it's important that we always want to cross-reference, right? So I did have some country crock, calcium infused, butter or margarine on my bread. 45 calories, 1 tablespoon. All right. I had probably 2 teaspoons, right? And then I did some Oro wheat double fiber whole grains bread. Okay. Now, again, you want to cross-reference the nutrition facts here with what you're going to find in MyFitnessPal. Okay. So now we're going to go back here. Get back on track here. Now you guys see the barcode scanner. I'm just going to go ahead and scan here. I need to allow, right? And so now it's already trying to scan. And we'll see if I can do this. So that's what you guys will see. Boom. And if you notice, that's the exact same 45 calories that that's on the label. Okay? So now here's another premium feature. It's going to try and sell you on the premium. I don't ever use that because sometimes I don't always log at the same time that I eat. Sometimes I log in advance. Because when I've logged my food, it helps me to stay true to the game plan that I have set forth for my eating for that day. So, if you log all your food for the whole day in the morning, well, 1, you have a game plan, right? And 2, you can stick to that game plan, but you can always go back and edit it if something deviates. Okay, now. You've got Go Premium, you got no thanks. We're going to hit no thanks because I don't care about the time, right? I am going to change the serving sizes here, pop in here, and you'll see I can do teaspoons. And then I can change that to 2 teaspoons, right? And so now that's 30 calories, which is a huge difference from 2 tablespoons, which would have been 90 calories. So I'm going to hit check. Good. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my food, right? We're going to hit that barcode again. I'm going to come over here and scan this sucker. And again, I cross-reference it, right? We looked at it earlier, and we saw that it was 80 calories. So here we are, 80 calories. I had 2 slices. And there we go, 160 calories. Now, the last thing that I had was my cup of coffee. So I'm going to put in a K-cup. Now you got all of these different options, and it's so marginal for calories. It's not a huge, if you're doing black coffee, let's be clear about that. If you're doing black coffee, then it doesn't matter if you're adding Starbucks or Lavaz or whatever, right? I'm just going to add the Starbucks version. Even though I've got the San Francisco Bay Costco K-Cups. So my breakfast was 614 calories. Okay. My AM snack. Now, I want to show you guys, just in case you need to manually input food, what that looks like, right? So we're going to pop up in here. We're going to search for the food. And I had some Chobani blueberry yogurt. So I'm just going to pop in here, right? And you guys notice that there are tons of different options here. All right, so blueberry powder. So I'm going to need to pop in and figure out which one of these is the one that I had. So this is why it's important, to try and stick to your game plan, because if you have, I just pulled this out of the garbage. If you have a food that maybe you ate it earlier in the day and you no longer have the package, well, guess what? You're kind of screwed, and you're going to have to sort through the ones that you think it might have been, right? And you can see there's a lot of green check mark options because Chobani has a lot of different products. So we can even narrow it down and go only green check mark, right? So what I ended up having is this Chobani Greek yogurt blueberry at the bottom. Greek yogurt. So I can see it is 110 calories for a serving, right? Now, so that helps me, right? I know that it's 110 calories. So now it's just a matter of either A, getting more specific with my search criteria, just like a Google search, right, guys? So when you want to try and really narrow things down and find something on Google, what do? You got to be really specific in your search. So we are going to type in Greek yogurt. Right. And then we got to find it, right? So we're going to go green check mark only. So, and we know that it's 110 calories. So do yourselves a favor and just scan your foods, right? Think about it. Keep it in the forefront of your mind. It's always better to have a plan of attack, right? So strawberry blend, pumpkin spice. See, so this is, we're not seeing it. But I will bet you anything. You see how far, like we typed in Chobani blueberry Greek yogurt. And we had to go that far down and still didn't see it, right? So that's a pain. We're going to cancel. We're going to go back here and we're going to scan this sucker. And now that it's been scanned, you guys can see, there it is. Greek yogurt, blueberry non-fat. And there we go. So I had that AM snack. Oh, I also had a Fuji apple. Search. So, what you guys are going to notice here, when you put something like a Fuji apple, again, you want to go, here we go, green check marks. That's what we're looking for. Because there's a wide variety of different options there. So you want to try and be as accurate as you possibly can. And then I also had some natural peanut butter. And it was Jif natural. Let's go. There we go. And there it is. Top of the list. 190 calories for 2 tablespoons, and that's exactly what I had. Boom. Okay. Lunchtime. I'm gonna add chicken. Actually, I'm gonna be really specific, and I had Kirkland. You guys know those Costco pre-packaged, individually wrapped chicken breasts? That's what I had. Okay. There we go. Green check mark is right at the top. So, notice I'm not going to go for the canned. Because that's not what I had, right? And we empty out the bag, the main bag. And then all we've got left are the actual breast pieces. So, that's what we're dealing with, guys. You're not always going to have the package in front of you. So make sure you're as specific as you can on your search. Here we go. Chicken breast. So I didn't have 4 ounces. I had 6 ounces, right? So I'm going to change my serving size because there's no 6-ounce option here. So I can either do 4 ounces and say that I had 1.5 servings, or, because that would be 6 for all of you mathematicians out there, or I can do 1 ounce and do 6 servings. It turns out the same way, any way you slice it, right? So that's 37.5 grams of protein with 2.3 grams of fat and 0 carbs. Okay? The way that I cooked that is I just threw it in the crock pot and I let it slow cook overnight with water. So there's if you use olive oil or if you use any kind of an oil to cook your chicken breast, you're going to need to consider that and add it here into your MyFitnessPal. Okay? So there we go. And then I would need to add my salad. So I'm going to add Earthbound Should know how to spell the planet that I live on. Earthbound spinach. Oh my goodness, my fat fingers. Sorry, guys. Earthbound spinach. It's baby spinach leaves. So now, pop in there. There we go. Baby spinach, earthbound. So serving size, I had 3 cups. So I'm going to go 1 cup and I'm going to change it to 3 servings. And there's that. Add food. Cherry tomatoes. I had 10 tomatoes. And I had some chili garlic sauce, which is pretty awesome. And I'm just gonna go ahead and scan that in just for ease sake. There it is. And I put that on my chicken just to add a little flavor to it. So that way you shouldn't feel like you're bound to like eating dry, plain chicken all the time. All right, so we're going to change the serving size here to a tablespoon. And I had 3 tablespoons. Okay. So it's 0 calories. But here's the deal, guys. There is sodium. I had 720 milligrams of sodium. So if it has 0 calories, don't think you can get away with skipping it, right? It's important that you go ahead and log it anyway, because there's other micronutrients that are in the things that you're putting in your body that you want to keep track of, okay? Check. All right, you guys get the point. That's all I've eaten so far today. So I've had 1,220 calories out of my 2,160 calories, okay? I did work out today, but it's plugged into my other MyFitnessPal account, not the one that we just created, okay? This says that I have 940 calories remaining, and I had a pretty late lunch, so I'm probably done until dinner, right? I probably won't have a PM snack because I'm pretty satisfied from all of that food, okay? Now, that'll probably leave me a good-sized PM snack or late snack. Here is the best part of this whole app. So we're going to go here, and we're going to look at our macronutrient ratios. So now you can see I put in my goal was 30% carbs, 35% fat, and 35% protein. So now I'm at 30% carbs, 38% fat, and 32% protein, which is awesome, right? If your macros are within 5% of your goal, you're on point, right? So that's a really, really good macronutrient ratio for me for what I'm trying to do, right? I need to have enough carbs to be able to perform on a daily basis. I already sit at I'm not trying to brag, but I sit at 6% body fat on a regular basis. So I need more carbs. If I'm too low carb, I'm not going to be, my body doesn't have the stores to survive without that, right? Fat, for a long time, fat was, we were told that fat was the enemy. Fat's not the enemy, guys. Fat is good for you. It's good for your circulatory system. It's good for your nervous system. You just got to be careful of what kind of fat you're putting in. I know a lot of people that read this or watch this video are going to bag on me about about all the yolks in my eggs. Well, guess what? I want you to go and read the Harvard study on egg yolks. Large lipid low density lipoproteins or LDLs versus small lipids, and why egg yolks are good. All right. So anyway, nutrients. Here's another really good one, right? Now you guys are going to notice. So I'm going to challenge this because this says that my cholesterol is 119 out of 300, right? But I had 6 large eggs for breakfast, and so this cannot be correct. So when you see things like that are like, oh man, that's really good, right? Yeah, it is, but that's not right, right? You can see that my sodium level is almost capped. I've only got 322 milligrams of sodium, which doesn't go very far. Potassium, I need to increase that. My vitamin A, I'm good. My vitamin C is good. I need to bump up calcium, and I need to bump my my iron up a little bit. But as long as I'm eating my leafy greens this evening for dinner, then I should be good. Here's another big thing, right? Is you can set poly and monounsaturated fatty acid goals, right? Trans fat, this is always going to should be 0, right? Our goal for trans fats is a big fat goose egg, 0. Okay. And here's what else is cool, right? So you can go to calories, breakfast, AM snack, lunch. So you can see where all my calories are coming from. Where my biggest meal of the day is breakfast, because I'm breaking the fast. And then my other meals really they're much smaller meals, right? And they're keeping me full throughout the day, so I don't end up being so ravenous that I make poor decisions later on, right? So ultimately, that's what I'm trying to do is I don't want to put myself into a state where I'm so hungry that I come home and I'm just like, I got to eat something. I got to eat whatever. Any calories are going to be good, right? And so then what I end up doing is I go for the chocolate-covered almonds, or I go for, the Girl Scout cookies that, they're selling in the grocery store right now, instead of the right choices, which is vegetables, a piece of fruit, some lean proteins, some healthy fats, whatever. So, okay. That's why I do the 6 meal a day program. And that's why it works for me. But if you like intermittent fasting, if you like paleo, if you like keto, whatever other diet plan you like, that's fine. This is still gonna accommodate for you. All right. Now you'll notice here it says day view. Now we're not going to see anything here, but I can pop in and I can look at the week, right? So I can see that Monday I've had 1,218 calories, and my average for the week is 1,218 calories, right? So this is nice because if you're good on logging your food, it's going to tell you trends and averages. And if you're, like I said, if you're accurate, well, the good part about that is by monitoring your weight, you can actually see how many calories you're burning in really on average from week to week. Okay. Understand that part of that is going to be water weight. So there's going to be some things that can be deceptive. If you're cutting out big things like sodium, you're not going to be retaining as much water, all that kind of stuff. So just important for you guys to know. Okay. Now, I know all of this sounds like it's so complicated, and it's like, dude, I don't want to do this every day. This is so complex. But here's the thing, right? So I'm going to go back to my diary, and let's go to tomorrow, right? So tomorrow is a new day, right? I can go to add food. Human beings, so I add food, and look, under my history, these are all the foods that I have eaten, right? So I can pop in and I can add my eggs, right? And now this says, that's odd, this says 30 grams of fat, 6 eggs, boom. Let's take a closer look at this food, because this says 0 milligrams of cholesterol. So this version of egg was not entered correctly. Calorically, it's right? So what I would want to do is I want to pop in here and I want to delete that entry. So you'll notice all I did is I'll do it here today too. 1 large egg. I'm going to hold it down. I can move it to another day, another meal, or I can delete the entry. And then I'm going to add egg large. Okay. That was the 1 large egg that I entered before. So now I'm going to pick a different egg. So let's just go. I'd like to see a green checkmark egg. Let's just go fries, right? 70 calories, it's the same, right? Now let's pop in here, and now we've got our cholesterol. So, and if you guys don't know, like what you should be looking at for cholesterol or for any of these micronutrients, fat, protein, whatever, on something like an egg, then it's really, really important that you just Google it. Do something that's gonna it's gonna raise your awareness of what you're putting in your body. Okay, guys. So you guys can see how that changed. Now let's go back to our macros and our micronutrients. Now you can see my cholesterol. I've way exceeded my cholesterol for the day. Now again, I'm making that choice specifically because, 1, I love eggs, and 2, I don't believe that eggs are as bad as people say they are. So, at any rate, check out that Harvard study about eggs. So, let's see. So, like I said before, so we go back to tomorrow. Human beings are creatures of habit, right? I eat the same breakfast almost every day, right? So it's really easy. It would be really easy for me to go to today, and I can take these 3 dots here, and I can say I want to save this as a meal, and I can say this is my breakfast. Maybe I want to be more specific. This is my 6 egg and toast breakfast. Right? And then I can save. And I can view all my meals. So now there's that. Now every time I go in to go log a food, I can hit add food, and I can type in 6 egg, or I could just go to my foods, meals, there we go, meals, and add my breakfast. And there it is. Okay. Now, let's use an example of like a stew. Because some people are like, yeah, dude, like this is all great. I can log my food, but what happens if I have a stew? Okay, well, let's check that out. So let's go to dinner. And I'm going to put in one of my recipes that I usually use. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go to recipes. And I actually have to tap above to create a new recipe, right? Tap the plus, here we go, to create a recipe. I'm going to enter the ingredients manually. So here's the deal, right? I'm going to do my shrimp stew. Or you can do stir fry or whatever, right? And the serving is going to make roughly 10 servings, right? So I hit next, and then I have to add the ingredients, right? So I can search, and then you can barcode scan all of your ingredients. So I'll usually get a bag of Kirkland shrimp. I'll use some Classico tomato sauce. You can also home make you can put whole tomatoes in there, stew, whatever you want to do. You put the ingredients in here, right? And then at the end, you want to actually make sure that it yields the serving size that you're talking about, right? So if you make a pot of stew and you said that it's 10 servings, if you were to scoop out 10 separate servings, are they equally proportioned out, right? And that just comes with practice, guys. So listen, just like with anything, there's going to be trial and error with this. Don't beat yourself up about it, and don't get so frustrated with it that you quit, because this is such a powerful tool that's going to get you to your fitness goals. So really important. Kirkland shrimp. Oh my goodness. I know all you millennials out there are getting so frustrated with my old man fat hands. So shrimp, Kirkland, boom. Right? And then I can actually put in the 2-pound bag that I like to use. Right? So that's the whole bag, right? So right now, it'll even break it down for you, 75 calories per serving, right, for 10 servings. And then once you add like all the other everything, then it can distribute all of the calories where they need to be. And then here's the final trick. You need to make sure that you only have one serving, or at least that you annotate however many servings you have. So if you have 2 servings, then write that down. All right, awesome. So we are going to just cancel this out. All right. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's at UnbrokenSD. Facebook, it's at unbroken.fitness.solutions. So you can find us there. You can also email me with other questions, services at unbrokensd.com. So thanks, guys, for watching, and I hope this helped you. Thanks. Bye.